out here today? What are we doing out here today? We're starting a podcast in the studio, the editing bay, the thinking chair, whatever I do out here, we're doing it. Like I just said, we're doing a podcast. And I downloaded this app called Anchor, and it's to do the podcast. I've been having this idea for the podcast for the longest time, and there's all these different ways of doing it, but like this app right here is very easy to use. I'm going through the setting it up and doing everything. I figured out it's very easy to use, and I'm gonna, instead of, because my iPad, I didn't charge it last night, and I can't find my regular headphones with the microphone on it, with the jack instead of the dongle. I have to use my phone, but the cool thing about using my phone is everything's connected. So everything that I do on GarageBand on my iPad, everything that I do use GarageBand on my computer and on my phone, it's all connected. So when I record something into my phone, I could load it up on my computer and edit it on my computer. If I do something on my iPad, like record vocals, I don't have to edit on my iPad. I can load it up onto my computer and edit it on my computer. This podcast right here, where I was saying the Anchor app, is pretty sick because like I haven't recorded one. We're gonna record one today and video it and make a video out of me recording the podcast by myself. What I'm doing for the podcast, it's about music, music, because we're out here in the studio and I make music, beats, edit everything that you watch is almost all of it's edited out here. I dump the footage onto my hard drive into my house, and I come out here just with my computer and edit everything. So this is where all the magic happens out here. The podcast on Anchor, you can find me, it's called Beats, Rhymes, and Lifestyle. And the reason why I called it Beats, Rhymes, and Lifestyle is because it's basically what I do. Like through this YouTube and everything that I do through skateboarding, I make beats, I do rhymes. I know more than one person that makes beats, and I know a lot of people that rhyme and a lot of people that skateboard and just lifestyle stuff in general. You don't have to skate to, if you want, because I'm trying to get people to talk back and forth on interviews. You don't have to skate to be on like the podcast. You just have to have something. You gotta have something other than, if you make music, sometimes you get in a creative block and you have to do something else that's another hobby. So what do you do other than making music? Other than that. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna jump in, get everything set up, and see how it goes. I'm going to be using GarageBand doing this podcast, but I'm not going to be using my phone at all times, because the microphone on your phone, it's okay to talk to somebody. It's okay for this first trial because I have better microphones right here, and I gotta get some mic stands so I could plug I'm gonna have a whole station right here so I could, talk and have everything that I need to be going and not just like freestyle, because this one's gonna be a little freestyle, a little test to see what goes on. And after I get this one up and going, I'm gonna be taking notes and thinking of things and topics and discussions and stuff like that. So just for this one, I'm doing it in my phone because I don't have a mic stand, and I don't want to be holding the microphone the whole entire time, because holding the microphone the whole entire time, your hand might move, even though that you're not trying to move it will just probably move. And the microphone stand would be easier because you have your hands free, and I'm going to get a different desk. I don't know what's going to happen. All I know, I have all these ideas running in my head. Welcome. Today is the first episode of Beats, Rhymes, and Lifestyle. So if you're new to this, I am new to it too. Here at this podcast, we'll be talking about music, mainly hip-hop and hip-hop beats. I'll be discussing hip-hop from the Northwest demographic. So people around where I live. This is the state of Washington State. So the hip-hop artists and hip-hop people that I know that make music will be sitting down and talking to them. In the long run, I know that okay, I'm doing this because it's creative, and I know that I could throw some ads on this podcast, and in the long run, right now your money that you'll be making off of this is not that much, but it grows and grows and grows and grows. So it's like some people try to tell you to go out and get a job, retail or whatever. or something, you're creative in a way of like me making videos, making beats, editing t-shirts, creative graphics, all this stuff, and you want to do it, you know, just like it's really easy to like do something like this right now in this time, because crazy things are going on. Is like you can't leave your house. It's not that hard to create a podcast or do something on the internet that will make you money. And then it's for the older generation, like my grandma and grandpa and older people like that. Older people in general just don't understand, like, oh, what do you do for work? And you tell them, I make YouTube videos, and they're like, and some, like the older generation just looks at you like this, like, what?
I don't understand, how does that work?
It just, you know, it works. You get subscribers, and sometimes you gain some, you lose some, you gain more. Your videos might go out and hit a market, and you start making money. And like with the podcast, same with YouTube, you start putting ads on stuff, and you make money off the ads and placements and things, and then you start getting sponsorships and stuff like that. It just keeps rolling, and people will try to tell you that's not a job. It really is a job, because like I haven't, like, this is the first one, and I'm doing a test, but I feel like this one is turning out the way that I want it, and I'm going to put it out. And just like the cuts in and cuts out and the stuff that you haven't seen behind the scenes, there's a lot of work that goes into this, because like I have a script, half of a script right here that was like, I wrote it down so I won't forget it, so I could read it right here. I have to go through my list of music and find the music and the artists that I want to promote and show on my show. So it's like, this is just for the older generation, not mine, because I'm 34, but like my grandparents' age, or if you're my age, or if you have a grandparent, or even your parents, they don't understand, like, oh, you skateboard and you want to become professional, how do you make money? You just got to do it to show them and prove it. And then some people might look at you funny, some people just won't understand it, and some other people will understand it and get it, and some people will try to be your friend just because you have stuff. You got to look out for that, because I've noticed that in my time of being. I've met people throughout my life, and the only reason why like they're hanging out or I'm doing something because like, boom, I make music, boom, I have cameras, boom, I have equipment. Look out for those people. We just got done doing the first one, and come in close and you can see what I'm talking about when everything is connected. So everything that I did on my phone, as you can see right here, I popped it up onto my GarageBand on my computer that I recorded on my phone. It's the cloud. It's a crazy thing. It works perfect. So like all my voice tracks, everything that I was talking about, like some music and more voice tracks, I'm gonna put more music in there. So if you want to be part of the podcast, the link is down below, so check it out. Sneezy.